I'm here this morning with the Burke sisters from Carroll, Averi and Bay. How are you two doing this morning?
Good, how are you?
I'm just living the dream, right? Uh, I actually ran into Bay at a middle school meet right after Girls Union State, and we kind of decided to do this talk because Avery, I met you kind of through wrestling, but down in Florida is where we really got to know each other.
Yeah.
Um, let's just start older sister first. When did you start wrestling?
I started wrestling my junior year of high school after it officially got sanctioned. I was a sophomore then. I was kind of teetering on going out or not, and then I was like, no, I don't think so. I don't think it's for me. But then our head men's coach, after it got sanctioned at state that year, he came up to me in like the lunchroom and was like, okay, you're going out next year, right? So I pinky promised him, and yeah, I wrestling ever since.
Well, very good. Yeah, I was going to ask you why, but you kind of answered that whole question in there. Um, how about you, Bay? When did you get started in sixth grade? You said.
Yeah.
Um, what was it because of your older sister, or what's your reason why you got started wrestling?
I started because she did it and it looked fun and she liked it and I wanted something that I could like enjoy as much as she did. So,
Yeah, Carroll, big basketball town. I just watched both teams at the state tournament. What's the overall like girls wrestling in Carroll? What's the thoughts on it in the schools?
well, especially when I was there, we were really just kind of starting our program and we were practicing with the boys and everything. And at that time, I would argue that Carroll was definitely a wrestling school. Like we were building everything from the ground up and we had such good chemistry within the team and like through our like side with the girls and with the guys, we had like super good chemistry. We were tight with both sides. And I think like being in the room and sharing it with the boys at that time was like super important, especially since we were just building it up. It kind of set the standard and kind of showed like the girls like what we need to expect out of ourselves because we can wrestle just as high a level as they can.
And then you guys had a lot of girls on the middle school team this year.
Yeah, we
Did
did.
you wrestle separately from the boys or still with the boys this year?
We were separate. The guys met wrestle at the middle school and then we wrestle at the high school.
Oh, very nice. For the season, how many girls did you have on the Carroll team this year?
I think we had like 14 or 15.
That's really good numbers. That's very good numbers. Good to see. Carroll's team was very good this year. Had a lot of people, qualify for state. It was just, yeah, it was a good year for Carroll. So here's the thing. So you start wrestling, both of you, and you're trying it out. At what point in time does it become something you're just doing and trying out to something that you really truly love?
I think it was definitely like from the start, I really loved wrestling. And I didn't really like kind of think about like continuing on or like realizing how like much further I can go into it until like after my senior year when I wrestled at AAU State, like and getting the opportunity to wrestle in Florida and stuff. I think it kind of like gave me reassurance and like more confidence in myself that I was better than I thought and that like even though I really loved it, I like to begin with anyway, that this was something that was more than just like a love. It was just like a passion and something that I wanted to like make my lifestyle.
Yeah, we're going to come back to that because I want to ask the same question. Did you love it from the beginning, or was there something that happened that you kind of found that I kind of like wrestling?
I liked it from the beginning, but like when I started winning and doing better in the sport and I realized like that I can do big things in it.
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to Florida, and you got a big surprise when you were down there, and that
Mm.
was that was a really cool. I had no idea they were coming either. Your coaches came down unannounced, and just kind of showed up in the lobby one evening. Um, what was it like to have your coaches just do that for you?
It was so special. Like I just had dinner with them the other night and they were telling me about like how literally nobody knew. Like their wives knew and that was it. Nobody else did know. And it was so like cool because the day before my dad and my sister surprised me. They weren't as successful because I got the Life 360 notification that they landed in Florida and I was like, okay, guys, we got to be a little better. But they were so secretive, turned locations off. Like I was trying to FaceTime them. I had a little rough of a first day and I just wanted them to like help me out, give me some confidence. And then they texted me. It was like, we got a package for you at the front desk. And I walked down and they're like sitting in the lobby. And it was just like, I look back on the video and I get like so bittersweet because I thought that was going to be one of my last times wrestling and to have the two biggest people that really like helped push me to where I am today, like be there to support me and like what I thought would be my last matches ever was just so special to me.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy because I've known Marty for a long time, and I
Hmm.
looked up and I just for some reason it did not click at all, and I was like, oh, that's probably one of the coolest things coaches have ever done at all for anybody that I can think of down there. Um, Wrestling involves so many different things. Mindset is so important and confidence. Both good, very good wrestlers. Where do you think you find your confidence on the mat?
Mm. I don't know. I think it really fluctuates. Like, I think that especially this past season, I really had to like not focus on the wins and like the losses because I had a rough season, but I just have to look back and see how much progress I've made over the past 2 years. At regionals, like my second round, I beat the girl. I pinned her in the first period. And last year, she knocked me out of the regional tournament. And I remember thinking after that match, like, this girl is so good. Like, she is so good. And I look back and see, like, I pinned her this time. Like I've grown so much in the last 2 years and like I didn't even realize it at all during the season.
Yeah, it's hard to see that growth within yourself, until something a moment like that. That's a great moment that kind of can put you forward. So, Bay, have you been good since the beginning? Have you always just been because you're only a couple years in, you did one AAU state this year. How long did it take you to kind of progress into the wrestler you are right now?
I'd say like last summer when I started training, like not just during wrestling season, but like throughout the whole summer and the whole school year.
Do you go to Carroll Cardinals?
No, I go to Ultimate Praxis Wrestling Club.
Do you? Oh yeah, because so funny story. I'm sitting at Corn Cob and I'm seeing all the green singlets and I'm like, where are these guys from? I've never seen this before or the singlet before. And they're like, they're from Manning. And I'm like, Manning? They don't even have a wrestling team in Manning. What is this? So then I got to meet the coach and a great guy. Went to BV. A lot of the girl, well, a lot of the girls on there, Macy Rasmussen, trains there, and Sadie Smith, and I mean, good, very good club. What do you learn? What is good about going there? What's he teaching there that's really clicking with you?
I just like how he relates to all of his athletes and like he knows what they need personally and all that like stuff.
Yeah, is it so for the girl? You have quite a number of girls that are going there, don't you?
Hmm.
Yeah, who's your practice partner?
I wrestle Sadie Smith sometimes and Trinley Hahn, she's my teammate at like middle school. I wrestle her a lot too.
Very nice.
Just whoever's there.
Yeah. So at what point did you, Avery, when did you decide? Did you told me earlier you went to the University of Iowa. You kind of didn't plan on wrestling outside of you thought you were done. When did you decide to go to Cornell and take up wrestling again?
So I had the opportunity to keep kind of going down and doing like some workouts, just kind of staying in wrestling because I really liked it and I still wanted to stay active with it. And like I always had like the thought of maybe after I graduate college, like to coach, and I just kind of wanted to stay in with it. And in about October, I'd gone 5, 6 times maybe, and I really realized then that yeah, I was not it for me. Like even though I'd met a couple girls from the team and it was like just such a homey feeling. And I realized that like this is where I needed to be. That even though Iowa like wasn't for me, like I tried it out and tried to be just like a normal person, not wrestling or anything. And after I kind of started doing some workouts and getting to know the coach a lot better, because he coached me at AAU State after Marty ended up in Germany, got the dates wrong. So um, and just meeting with him a little bit more, like it made me realize that that's where I needed to be and that's where like I could see more success for like for myself and achieving like goals that I didn't even think I had.
Very good. So I'm gonna ask the transition from folk style to freestyle question, and then I'm gonna ask Bay if you do any freestyle at all yet. What was the transition like?
It was hard. It's still hard too. Like there's so many things that like I'm trying to adjust to and like I'm trying to get better in every position every day. And a lot of the stuff that I really liked in folk style, which was a lot more scramble positions and being on bottom and kind of getting out and like getting that one, like that was like something I really like prided myself in being strong down there. And now like these scramble positions, you can give up points really quickly if you just
Yeah.
one wrong move. So those spots, trying to be like smarter and think ahead is definitely something that I'm trying to get better at. And that's where I think the biggest like jump goes from, is just being wrestling smart mid-match.
Yeah. So D3, and you don't get a wrestle. There's some time limits and time constraints on that. So it's not like going to a Division I school where that's what you do. Um, do you do anything outside of Cornell, or when you come back, do you go into the practice room and help them kids out?
Yeah, I try to like back at home in my own gym and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I try to get in there. Like over Christmas break, I was in with like our Cardinals practice because Dan coaches with the Cardinals and stuff. So trying to get in there and doing that kind of stuff. But a lot of stuff is like on my own. And if I want to train like and do stuff over the summer, like I have to find my own time to put it in and find people that'll help me out.
Gotcha. I might be able to help you with some of that. We'll figure that out. How about you, Bay? Have you started working on freestyle wrestling at all?
Yeah, I just started like yesterday. Was my first freestyle practice.
Really? So what's your thoughts on freestyle?
It's very different. I I don't know. I really like top and bottom, so I'm gonna mix
You're
that
trying
over,
trying to
but
figure that out. Learn a good lace and you'll love life, you know.
yeah.
That's that's kind of the key anymore, is getting that lace in there. Uh, what is something outside of wrestling that people might be surprised that you like or that you do?
Mhm.
I don't know. I feel like I do a lot of wrestling. A lot of wrestling and a lot of studying. That's been my life the past couple months.
What are you going to school for?
So currently I'm a kinesiology major at Cornell, but I'm on a pre-nursing track. Cornell doesn't offer nursing, so once I graduate, I'll hopefully get into my accelerated BSN program that I want to get into, and then do that for a year and then be out in the real world.
Oh, very nice. How about you, Bay? You got any other hobbies and things that you like to do?
I like lifting and I like running track.
Running track. Did you play any other sports, Avery? For some reason I thought you were a softball player, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I did play softball. I played volleyball, I ran track, and then softball on top of wrestling.
Okay, so you played a lot of sports.
Mhm.
That's that when you're getting into college and you're starting to see those girls, I do you think so many people think you should just do one, train one sport in high school. I'm not a big fan of that. I've always been a small town person, and those teams need all the numbers. What's your thoughts on multi-sport athlete?
I think it's great. I personally found that like once I started wrestling, I improved in all of my other sports. Like my 400 time dropped by like 15 seconds after I started wrestling. Like I think that you can have like a passion for the one sport and be so focused on it, but I know that like staying in with the other sports like helps with everything else altogether. And I think too that you can find like a good balance in high school to be able to do all the things you love. Like from March to May, I was running track, doing softball and training and wrestling just to be ready. And I think if you just have good time management and like being in your car and driving to all these practices, I definitely think it's very doable.
Yeah. How about you, Babe? Sports. I know you said you track. Do you do volleyball or softball or anything else?
Yeah, I do track and volleyball and wrestling.
So are you going to continue doing those through high school?
Yeah.
Volleyball seems to be kind of king right now on our queen. I'll change that. It's kind of, I mean, everybody's doing volleyball. The national tournaments are huge. Uh, Little easier. I don't want to say easier sport. Less worry about weight and less worry about a lot of things. You're not in front of somebody by yourself. Why do you think wrestling drew you away from volleyball or even softball, team sport? Not
I
for both of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I like being able to kind of control, like, be able to control myself. And, like, I think with a lot of team sports, especially, it can get very, like, mentally draining if, like, your whole team is struggling as a whole. And I really like to, like, hold myself accountable. So being able to, like, focus on myself in these, like, individual but team sports, because wrestling, like, dual teams and stuff, you're very much a team, but, like, your performance on the mat is, like, solely your own, and you have nobody else to blame for how you did. Like, I think it's very like cut and dry. Like you can only improve yourself there. You can't improve the whole team.
Yeah. What draws you to wrestling?
I like the environment, the people. Like it's just such like a different group of people to be around, and like I would never hang out with some of the people on my team if it wasn't for wrestling.
I like that. I like that a lot. I'm going to kind of go away from, there's still wrestling questions, but maybe more on just getting to know you two. First question, and we might have to have it happen right here. Who wins the match? Who's winning?
It's her.
Me right now. For now, it's me.
Yeah. Are you the youngest? Are you the baby of the family, Bay?
I have a younger brother.
You have a younger brother too. So I always side with the younger ones because I was the baby of the family. And I'll tell you, it was pretty cool the pretty cool the very first time I was able to beat my older brother, who never really was that he wrestling was not his, his big thing. He was a football player, but yeah, pretty big moment for me and stuff. So but he's still coaching too. So it's kind of fun because we get to see each other. Uh weight and Bay, you don't have to worry about weight quite yet. It's coming, but weight management's super important. Uh, what have you after weigh-in? What are you having?
Mm. I'm having a peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of our bin with some nice cold oranges.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds very small college because I know exactly what you're saying. Because that's kind of how we rolled too. It was stopped in the cafeteria and you got your box of food for the tournament and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely how we rolled too. Have you had to do any? You haven't really had to do any weight cut, but do you do any weight management throughout the year?
Um, Not really. I mean, I like to eat healthier during the season, but I don't really watch my weight too much.
Gotcha. The term you just said, I like to eat, is one thing that I would say is me, explains me completely. What is your guilty pleasure foods? For me, ice cream. That's the greatest thing ever. But what's something you guys like?
Mm.
It's
Any sweet treat.
Any
yeah,
sweet treat,
I like chocolate.
chocolate. So now this time of year, with the Easter Bunny coming very soon, that's a good time for you guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this two different places because you're at Cornell, but in Carroll, I'm coming to Carroll. Where are we going to go out to eat? What's your favorite place to go?
I like wasted grain.
I do too, I also like wasted grain. What are you getting when you go there?
It depends. Sometimes like steak, sometimes they're chicken. It just depends on the day.
Gotcha. How about you?
A lot that I've been craving since I've been like at college, like that I've really been wanting is rancho.
Oh
Some
yeah,
hometown Mexican.
yeah, that's some good stuff. I think I get the same thing every time I go. I couldn't tell you what number. When I get through the menu, it's like, oh, I'll have that, and I swear to God, it's the same thing every time.
Same thing since middle school. It does not change.
Now that you're away and you're at Cornell, where do you go? Do you go out to eat ever? I mean, I know college students, we don't always have a lot of money and stuff like that, but where are you going out to eat? And because Cornell's kind of in that Iowa City area. Where is Cornell actually located?
We're in Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon, okay, which is also a very good girls wrestling school.
Yes, very.
So yeah, there's good location to be in women's wrestling. But what's in Mount Vernon?
There's nothing really in Mount Vernon, so we tend to go to Cedar Rapids a lot.
Okay.
And I think our like high, like every time we are going out, it's gonna be like 7 brew. Like it's not even a food. It's like we're gonna go get a coffee or a energy. Like 7 brew has everything, and I every time we go, that's our first stop.
That's the place to go. I'm glad
Mhm.
nobody said Taco Bell because I've had a lot of people say Taco Bell and it's like that's not even really a restaurant. A Crunch Wrap is not real. So vacations, uh, bucket list vacation. Where is somewhere you want to go before you have to go to the nursing home?
I want to go to Greece or like Italy.
Greece. You're going to Europe. Very good. How about you, Avery?
I would probably say the same place. Like wherever they like filmed Mamma Mia, like that's where I want to go with the cool like colored houses right on like the beach. Like that's definitely a dream spot.
I haven't asked for a while, but what's your favorite movie? I'm gonna
Ooh.
Ooh. Um,
Um, I would say Pitch Perfect. I've been every team I've been on since like high school, like we watch Pitch Perfect and we sing all of the songs through it. And I just found out that one of my friends, Cassidy, really likes Pitch Perfect. So now I got to plan a movie night to watch that with her.
Very nice. How about you?
I'd say any movie that Adam Sandler's in.
I can deal with that too. Pitch Perfect's all right, maybe not quite my thing. And are they on like Pitch Perfect 12 now or something like that? So
Maybe like four, maybe five. I
four.
don't know.
Very nice. Um, Hard question. This is a super hard question. I have to make a tagline for for a YouTube post, right? I have to have the thumbnail has to have a tagline on it. For the Burke sisters, what do you think would be a good tagline?
Ooh.
I'll let you decide that.
I don't know. I really don't know.
I'm trying to brainstorm through things here in my head. I wrote family and sisters. Somehow we gotta work that background.
Hmm.
Um, what's what's something that wrestling does for your family?
I think it like brings us closer together, I guess. I think we're also very competitive. So like I know she wants to beat me, but I also don't want her to beat me either.
Yeah.
So I think it honestly, I think it helps give us like each goals to like keep climbing the ladder and just kind of like better ourselves. And then it also like when we better ourselves, we better each other.
Ooh, there you go. I think we got something. Hopefully, I'll be able to read that. Um, so you're in college, and Bay, you got a long time before you really got to start thinking about this. And I know you said you want to be a nurse and in kinesiology. Do you think you want to continue on and coach at all, or maybe become an official?
Yeah, I definitely have thought about coaching and like coming back and coaching at Carroll just because that's like where I started off and like I love the program. So I definitely have thought about that. I haven't really thought about officiating that much. Some of my friends have done it, like done freestyle officiating like in our off season just because there's a lot of like tournaments up in our area. I haven't really
Hmm.
thought about that too much, but I definitely like if there's an opportunity to do it, I definitely would do it.
Now, if it's something you're interested in trying, I know a lot of the college girls are starting to do a little bit more officiating, both middle school. Usually, everybody starts with middle school because if you can referee middle school matches, you can referee anything
Yeah.
because they're like they're crazy. But we are trying to get a lot more female officials. Representation on that side of it also matters too. So if it's something you're interested in, definitely let me know. How about you, Bay? I know it's really early in your career and we don't think about those things, but do you think you'd want to give back to the sport in coaching or officiating?
Yeah, I would like to come back to Carroll and just like give back to the people that gave so much to me and help out with them.
Yeah, so both are definitely Carroll girls. Love hometown, right?
Yeah.
Very good. Um, what do you hope? And we're kind of in two different spots here because you're in college and have younger people that have seen you wrestle through things. But you are kind of in one of those younger people, but there's the youth girls below you. What do you hope that the next group of girls coming up gets from your wrestling, from watching you or how you conduct yourself at meets?
Mm, Probably just like staying confident and like learning how to like carry yourself and hold yourself confidently.
Do you help out with the youth kids at all?
Not really.
Not yet, not yet.
Not
You
yet.
will. You definitely will. How about
Um,
you, Avery?
I would probably say that like anything's possible and to just try it out because I honestly didn't even see myself being here. Like when I first started it, I thought maybe it'd just be something I like did and not like what my one off season was. And then when I came back for like the youth and stuff, when I was wrestling, one of my high school teammates, and he also goes to Cornell too, Cooper Ludwig. We are like wrestling in a battle of like a dual team battle. And like I got a super good shot on him, and like everybody went crazy. So I definitely think like seeing that like the youth, like you can compete, like no matter like what level anybody's on, like just compete and just keep working and bettering yourself.
So when it's all said and done, and again, two different age groups, and we're going to be, maybe some different perspective on this. But when it's all said and done, you're done wrestling, and you look back, what is the thing that you're going to remember most about wrestling, and maybe about what you've done so far in wrestling this season, maybe.
It's not even like related to wrestling. It's just the people that I've met, because I've met so many like amazing people through this sport, like from different schools and all that stuff.
That is a very, very normal answer because I think that's the important part about wrestling is the relationships that we gain. It really doesn't mean much about the matches. How about you, Avery?
I would probably say relationships too, just because I've met like so many people from everywhere. Like at Cornell, there's people from California, Arizona, Illinois, Missouri, just people everywhere. But I also think of like what it teaches you about yourself, like that you can be hardworking and like dedicated, and all these like traits that you get from wrestling can like take you so far in life, like beyond the mat.
So, if I were to ask, not the organization, but what does it mean to wrestle like a girl? What would you say?
I would say to just be strong and confident in yourself and like sure of yourself, and also know how much you can accomplish and know how good you can be, and just to never give up and just keep working and working and grinding.
And as a middle school wrestler who's been around with the sanctioning and the growing girls wrestling, does wrestle like a girl mean something different does that mean something different now? Because you kind of went through the struggle too. I mean, you started when it's sanctioned, right?
Mhm.
But you saw the girls that came before that didn't have that opportunity to wrestle, just girls. What do you think wrestle like a girl means, Bay?
I think, I don't know, just probably staying strong and, competing on the same level as like the guys in the room and everybody else in the room that's like better than you.
Okay. So are you on spring break right now?
Yeah.
So you didn't know this, but I'm going to give you a one question quiz. And
Okay.
it's a simple question. It's for both of you. Fill in the blanks. All right. So no A, B, C. Always pick C because that's the most common one. That's how I got through college. Um, Wrestling has taught me to blank.
Mm.
Believe in myself.
See, look, she just nailed it. You got an A.
Um,
How about,
I I would probably say like the same thing, like just have confidence in yourself.
well, she copied your answer, so we're gonna let her
Yeah, so
slide and
I'm
give
cheating.
her a
I'm
C.
cheating.
You're gonna get a C for that. You copied your little sister's answer. Way to go. Uh, any advice for younger girls thinking about going out for wrestling or just starting wrestling?
Do it. Like if you have like even like the slightest thought of doing it, like just give it a chance. And I think this even goes for girls that are like kind of teetering on the idea of wrestling in college. Because we at Cornell, we've had a couple recruits that are like, oh, I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I should do this. Like, give it a chance, because not only are you like meeting so many incredible people, like I absolutely love everybody on my team, and I would have never been as lucky to like meet these people if I didn't wrestle in college. And I think like even if wrestling is not like college wrestling isn't what you think it is and it's harder, you have these people to rally around you and like help bring you up. So I would definitely say like if you have even like the slightest thought about doing it, just commit to it and give it a shot.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Just try something new and have fun with it.
Before I finish up, I do have to ask a kinesiology question, see if you've covered this.
Okay.
Um, we talked about multi-sport athletes,
Mhm.
and so we're seeing more and more and more. Maybe not wrestling's pretty diverse in what you have to do, but injuries that have repetitive injuries. Do you think being a single sport athlete and training year round is an issue? Have you guys discussed that in your kinesiology classes?
We've kind of talked about more of like certain specific injuries in a lot of my like classes that we've talked about, but we've definitely like in one of my coaching classes, they talked about how like single sport athletes, like it's not the best for like developing kids, especially at like the really young youth level. They said it's a little like better when you get older in like high school and stuff because there are people that do specialize in sports and play that year round. But a lot of like young kids need more than just like one sport specialization. Like movement in any form is super good for young kids. So they definitely would recommend like try everything. Like even if you do it for a year and then don't do it again, like try every sport, see what you like, what you're good at.
And since try every sport, why are sports important?
I think they're important because I think it gives like not only like yourself a community of people you can relate to, but I think like especially in small towns, like that's where like the big events are and like people gather. And I think it's important for like especially like high school, middle school sports, like in athletes to see the support from the community they have. Because I think like even if like your sports team is not good, like my softball team was terrible. We barely won, but we had so much fun together and we knew that we had so many people supporting us, like parents and like friends that would come watch us and support us and be there through the 10 and 0 games and like knowing that there's people to support you no matter what, if you're good, if you're bad, if you like it, if you don't, that like being an athlete is really important to like yourself and people in the community.
And why do you think sports are really important?
I'd agree with that. Just like the community that is around you and all the connections that you're gonna make like throughout every sport.
Very good. So the last thing I always do is just final thoughts. What's on your mind today? What do people need to know?
Mm, I don't know. I'm trying to think. Uh,
You're giving Bay plenty of time here. That's perfect. So she's gonna have something very profound to tell us.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you've already given some great advice, great
Mm.
advice for young kids. You've talked a lot about a lot of different subjects. Um, how about just I don't even know. I don't know. Maybe we don't even need to do a final thought for you because you've kind of hit a lot of the things that people talk about. But Bay, I need something from you. Need something profound to end on.
Oh gosh.
How about this? How long? How many more years till you're gonna beat her?
Um, by the end of this summer.
By the end of the
Wow.
summer?
She's wow. I coached her at AAU State. I helped her get that win. Like,
Yeah.
she really thinks she can beat the coach, the master. Like,
Yes, I
wow.
can.
Are
Okay.
you gonna
Well,
go? Is it gonna be a freestyle or folk style match?
Folk style.
I'll say I'll revert back if I have to. Like, I think I could get
So I think you guys need to set a date, and I need to come film the
okay.
this match. I think that might be the final thought is that we need to film this match and see where little sister is with the big sister at this point in time, and we'll see when that how that progresses.
Okay. I'll give you till like August 1st, I guess.
Okay.
Is that when you have to go back to school?
I don't know. I'm just gonna say August.
All right, I'm writing her down right now. August 1st. We'll get I Wrestle to stream it live. It'll be
Oh yeah. We'll get
I'll
you to
put it.
come down, do a live stream for us.
Yes, we'll have announcements. It'll be awesome. So, well, thank you both very much. It was fun to get to know you. Avery, it was fun down in Florida, um, to get to know you there, Bay. Well, I'm sure we're going to run into each other a lot the next 4 years. So, appreciate you coming on, and we will talk to you later.
That sounds good.
All right.